32 years. That is how long I have been watching film. And throughout my time of watching film, I came to one simple conclusion: if a franchise is going to have multiple films within itself. And that conclusion is simple: continuity matters, aka canon. And if a studio is going to spin off from that already established franchise, then the continuity, or should I say canon, of that spin-off should match that of the already established franchise. However, today, James Gunn doesn't seem to agree with that. That's right. James Gunn is now saying that canon shouldn't matter. You can't make this stuff up. Now, I'm going to tell you guys exactly what's the problem that I have with this guy saying this, and also why it has me even farther away from the ship than I actually should be. But first, do your boy 3 major favors. Please hit that subscribe button. And if y'all gonna hit that subscribe button, make sure you hit that notification bell, because YouTube absolutely sucks at notifying subscribers that content creators has uploaded videos to their platform. And don't forget to hit that like button to help me out that algorithm, baby. And I know it's 3 things, but in order for us to have a proper relationship, you have to do all 3 of them. Trust me when I tell you that. Now, today's news is coming from IGN.com. It is titled, "Does Canon Even Matter Anymore?" James Gunn says none of it is real, which we all know that, right? This is all fictional stories unless you're telling a movie based on true events, right? We know this, right? Superman, Lord of the Rings, it's all fictional. All right. Canon, for better or worse, Hollywood is what it is today in large part thanks to the concept of the shared universe. And the shared universe style of storytelling, of course, rose to popularity because of the huge success of Marvel Studios over the past 15 years. In other words, because of canon. The other studios famously, or is it infamously, tried to follow the shared universe trend, usually failing to replicate Marvel's big wins, and that includes the DCU, a series that had its moments but never really found its footing as it tried to be the next MCU. The MCU was definitely established already, but the DCU had a strong start. The studio threw a wrench into their own motor. You get what I'm saying here? But that's where James Gunn comes in. Quote, "One of the weird things to me is none of it is real. It may be alarming to people, but none of it is real. Gunn recently told me it's all just stories that we're telling about characters." Basically, as far as James Gunn is concerned, canon has become way more important than it should be. And his new DC universe is going to reflect that point of view big time. That's all I need to get out of this article. I don't have to go any farther than that. What is this guy saying here? So basically, what James Gunn is saying is his Superman film is releasing next year in July, right? But Superman 2 does not have to follow the canon, or should I say continuity, of Superman 1, or Creature Commandos doesn't have to follow the continuity of that of Superman. What is he saying here? I feel that James Gunn understands that what he's doing with his DC universe doesn't make sense for all of us. And this is the problem I have with this. So what he's trying to do is bend our way of thinking in regards to that of storytelling. Right? He knows it doesn't make any sense. He knows it. So now he's saying, look, we're taking canon a little bit too seriously these nowadays. I will always take canon seriously. It is a form of storytelling, right? If you look at Lord of the Rings, right? If you go and watch The Fellowship of the Ring, then you get all the way to the Return of the King, but something in between just did not make sense, right? The Lord of the Rings would not be the trilogy that it is today, right? One of the greatest trilogies of all time. Come at me, bro. In fact, some would argue that it is the greatest trilogy of all time. And that is mainly due to canon. Then you get to that of The Hobbit, right? The Hobbit has 3 films. What it does, it follows the canon of Lord of the Rings and vice versa. That is why it matters. This whole, we take canon a little bit too seriously these nowadays, and what is canon and so on and so forth. No. You're not going to twist my way of thinking. See, I have common sense and I know how to pretty much think for myself here, right? When it comes down to my enjoyment of film, the one thing that you have to get right is that of your story. And in order for you to do so, your canon and continuity has to match the stories that has come before it. See, this is this smokescreen so he can say, look, Peacemaker is here. The first season is canon, except for that of the Justice League scene, as if we didn't see it ourselves. See, this guy is so far up his own ass. I am going to find it very hilarious when he gets that wake-up call, right? When he understands that what he's bringing to the table isn't all of that exciting, right? Grace Randolph pointed something out in a live screen the other day. James Gunn is spinning off an entire universe from that of films, or should I say of film, and a TV show that many people haven't even seen yet. So in other words, what he is doing right now hasn't been witnessed by a wider audience. All of those people who enjoyed Peacemaker and the Suicide Squad, that is a minimum amount of people, right? That's not going to get you where you're trying to go. You have not yet gave this thing a real gauge of the audience yet, right? Creature Commandos isn't going to do it. That is directly for that of the fans, right? DC fans. The casual movie-going audience is not going to check out Creature Commandos. They're not going to check out the Penguin. They're not going to check all of that out. So in regards to James Gunn and his DC universe, he better hope his whole approach actually works for him. Because if it doesn't, the only person that he has to blame is his damn self. And that is why I am far, and I mean far away from the train that I should be. I cannot follow this type of guy. I cannot follow someone who believes that the whole entire comic book movie genre revolves around him. I'm your boy O. Hopefully you have watched this video all the way to the end up your boy, the algorithm. And if you're not subscribed, please be sure to do so. I'm trying to reach that magical number of 10,000 subscribers. So I'll be highly appreciative. You will help me cross over that threshold by hitting that subscribe button. And if y'all gonna hit that subscribe button, make sure you hit that notification bell because YouTube absolutely sucks at notifying subscribers that content creators has uploaded videos to their platform. And don't forget to hit that like button to help me out that algorithm, baby. But in the comments below, let me know if you agree with James Gunn here. Should canon matter, or are we taking it a little bit too seriously? And always remember, laissez le bon temps rouler. That means let the good times roll. But let me know in the comments below.